welcome to another episode of Billy Dives. So today we're going to be talking, I've had some questions, we're going to be talking about what kind of camera I use currently. So there's lots of options out there and I have looked at a lot of them. In the future, I really might get in and buy some of these different options. But to start with, I needed something that was more economical. So I started off with a knockoff from the GoPro. So I've got a knockoff GoPro here. It's an Ape Man. I have done some underwater video with this. Nothing for YouTube yet, but it is a knockoff 4K GoPro-like camera. It uses all the GoPro settings and stuff. What I'd really like to do probably on my next dive is try to find a way to mount this up on my shoulder and shoot video with it continually through the whole dive, and then take some of that video out and use it. And that's one option. It's a good option. So but I haven't done that yet. The underwater video that you've seen me shoot up until this point has been with this right here. So this is a case that was specifically designed for my iPhone. So I have an iPhone XR, and so the case was specifically designed for the iPhone XR. They have a lot of different models, Galaxies, iPhones, and different sizes and colors. But I chose this one. It wasn't very expensive, so I got it from Amazon. It ran about $69.99, so it wasn't terribly expensive. I thought, well, this would be, here's the back of the box in case you want to see that. It wasn't terribly expensive. I thought I could give it a try. You know, I was more worried about it damaging my iPhone than I was about anything else. So the case, this is what the case looks like. So this is the case, no phone in it. This is just the empty case. It's got some mounting hardware here. If you wanted to mount something, if you wanted to mount it, that's kind of standard cold shoe mounting screws here. Regular lens here. It's got some buttons that work through the case. So you can see this button here turns your phone, activates your phone. And then we have a series of buttons that will take pictures and video and move back and forth and change what you're doing. So it's super simple to use. It's got a really tight thing to unlatch it. And so when you open it up, you see it's got a gasket. So this is the gasket that runs around the outside. They actually sent a second gasket to use with this in case either this one was damaged or this one starts to get old. Now the gasket there, they put, or there is some kind of Vaseline on the gasket that helps it seal even better. They recommend that when you first get into the water, or before you get into the water, you put a Kleenex in here and you put it underwater, make sure your gasket's sealed. You can see how the buttons work here. So not a bad design overall for what I paid for it. So basically you take your phone and you drop your phone in so that it is positioned. And in this one, it automatically just lays in there. There's not a lot of room for it to move around. So when you drop your phone in, it's already in the right position. You close the door on it, you latch it. It's kind of got a snap to it and it latches. And then, you know, there's nothing on your phone here. But when you push this button, of course, with an iPhone, you don't have to unlock it to take pictures or videos. So you push this button, the phone comes up. That's a lovely picture of my family. And then you just push the camera button, which is right here, and it brings the camera up. Really simple, simple to use. And so see, there's the camera. You can see me in the camera. You can even swivel the camera. So if you wanted to take selfies, if you wanted to take pictures out in front of you, if you wanted to take pictures behind you, you push the big button, it takes the picture, you hold the big button down, and it shoots the video. So if you want to turn your phone off so you're not using it, you want to shut it back down into sleep mode, all you do is push the button. So really straightforward. And I'm going to be honest, I was surprised. It works really well. I haven't been running it with the flash on. I haven't been in any real deep water, so about 16 feet is as deep as I've gone with it. But it is a really easy to use. I use the cord. It's got a wrist cord on it. It comes with that. I use that and actually snap it on my vest and just let it hang. It is Has a little positive buoyancy, not a lot, but a little, so it tends to float and not drop. When I was diving with it, it floats kind of up against my vest, so it's not like it pops to the surface. It's almost neutral buoyant, so it's just got a little bit of buoyancy. I guess, you know, it captures just a little bit of air. Some of the pros to it is it's easy to use, and when you get out of the water, you can do something with your pictures right then. You know, if you want to send them to friends or share them with folks. The last time I dove at the Comal River, I actually shared the photos I'd taken of my dive buddy. I shared those right with him before we even left the dive site. So that made it really convenient for us to communicate that way. Worked really well for that. It takes really good video. You've seen the video that was taken with this case. And so overall, I'm very pleased with it. I think for the money, $69, $70, time they add tax and shipping, it was a little more than that. You can get it on Amazon. I could throw a link in there, or I'll throw a link in the description if you want to look at it on Amazon. It may not be the best one, but it is one that I use and I have enjoyed. Like I said, I hope in the future to use my GoPro knockoff, and then maybe even after that get a new GoPro and do some filming with that underwater. I know that when you get deeper underwater, lighting is more important, and so right now it's not a big deal for me. But I just feel like that it's great to capture a few memories when you go for a dive. I personally, I just think it's great. And this is a quick, easy way to do this. This is rated down to 40 meters. So for most of your dives, it's going to be plenty accurate and safe for you to use. I don't know whether I'd take it any further than that or even that low. You know, the big risk with using a case like this for your camera, the big risk that you run into is it'd be terrible if it damaged your camera. I mean, your phone. If it damaged your phone, that would be horrible. So there is that risk because it's not a separate device. So try it out, especially if you're doing river diving or you're doing lake diving and you're not going too awful deep. This may be a solution for you. Even, like I said, what I really want to do is mount my GoPro. I really like to mount it on my mask, but I like my mask. I wear a beard, and I hate to change masks and then have one that leaks because mine seals very good. I have a Cressy that I really like. It seals very good. But I'd really like maybe, I thought about, you know, a mount for my GoPro knockoff and maybe eventually a GoPro on my mask. It just seemed like there'd be a little weight there that you might not want. I thought a shoulder mount might be really good, but my head may be in the footage all the time. So just got to try some different things there. If you want to go out and get one, try it out. I will post more pictures and more videos from underwater using it, so you can check back and we'll see if it continues to work as well as it worked the first time. Enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe and like the videos.